the number one compliment I get on my YouTube videos, on my content I create, is that people are able to see my personality through my content. And to be honest, the reason why I'm able to do that is because I don't think anybody's watching my videos, which is crazy to say, but reverse psychology works, right? If that doesn't work for you, I'm going to give you 5 mindset shifts that will help you show up more confidently on camera. So with that being said, let's go into the first point. So the first point should be obvious, but stop worrying about who's watching you. Get over your fear of being seen. You are called, you are meant to be seen. But you're not called to think about who's watching you and what they think of your content, right? Your only focus should be on your target audience, the people who you want to connect with, the people who you want to impact and build community with. That's all that matters. That is what your focus should be on when you're showing up on camera, is I'm talking to my people. And that's kind of how I really, I said before, I don't really think about it, but that's kind of how I think. Showing up, I'm talking to my people. The people who rock out with me, who vibe out with me, we locked in. We in this together. So think of it that way. Instead of thinking about, oh my gosh, people at my job are watching me do this, or people from my high school or college, whoever it may be, it doesn't matter, because they're not the people you're trying to impact. Doesn't matter. They're just witnesses along your journey, and let them be that. This next mindset shift is, remember that you're the expert. There are people who want to know what you do. There are people who want to buy into what you're selling. You're the expert. Whether that's with a product-based business or a service-based business, you are the expert. People are coming to you for whatever it is that you do. Kendra Tall, the owner of Social Doc, said it perfectly. She said, business owners are so busy trying to impress other experts in the industry instead of the people who they're called to. And it ties in what I said in the beginning, right? Only focus on who you're trying to impact instead of who's witnessing. Same thing. You're the expert. Remember, when you show up on camera, you're the expert. You know more than what they do. They're coming to you for whatever you offer them. Remember that. This third mindset shift is, show up how you would if you were talking to somebody in person about your business. If you were in person, someone came up to you asking about your business, or if you were at a pop-up shop promoting your business, would you be meek? Would you shy away from them? Would you hide? I don't think so. So if you wouldn't do it in person, then don't do it on camera. It's the same thing. What you get on camera is what you probably get in person too. Hopefully, because we always want to show up authentically, right? When we're doing content creation, right, especially when we're promoting our business, we're always supposed to communicate how we add value to their life. If you were in person at a pop-up shop, or you ran into somebody in the street, you will be communicating to them confidently how your product or service could add value to their life. Same thing. It's just a camera. And to be honest, I think for some people, speaking in person may be more intimidating than speaking to a camera, if you think about it like that as well. The next mindset shift is, your fears, your insecurities are temporary if you allow it to be. Let me repeat that. Your fears and insecurities are temporary if you allow it to be. And what I mean by that is that you can overcome any fear you have, and you can embrace any insecurities you have. I'll give you an example. I can be transparent in this moment. I don't like how I look on camera. Like my weight. I don't like my weight, how I feel on camera. But I'm not going to allow that to stop me from showing up, because at the end of the day, I have people out here who need to learn how to create content for themselves and their businesses, right? But instead of sitting and moping around about my weight and how, oh, I don't like my weight, I don't like how I look on camera, I changed it. I work out. I work out about 4 or 5 times a week. I'm eating healthy. I'm changing my diet. I'm doing the things to change that insecurity. If it's your voice, Start speaking to yourself. Speak over yourself. Tell yourself your voice is beautiful. Like, you can change these things. I think when you stay stuck in these insecurities and these fears, it keeps you stagnant and it keeps you from reaching the people that you desire to connect with. So don't allow your fears or insecurities to get in the way. You can change it. Side note, I feel like the points are really flowing into each other very well. I didn't even plan this out. I just kind of jotted it down. But my next mindset shift and a mindset that I believe everyone should adapt is that you are fearfully and wonderfully made. If you feel unqualified to show up on camera, if you feel unqualified to do the business, or you have any hesitancy, God qualifies the unqualified. You're meant to be seen. You're meant to be seen. You're meant to be seen. You're fearfully and wonderfully made. There's people out here that want to hear what you have to say. They want to experience your service or your product, whatever it may be. You are made for this. You are called to this. Don't stray away from the call. And that brings me to my last point. There's people attached to your obedience. There are people attached to your business. There are people specifically assigned to you that need whatever you're creating, whatever you're putting out in the world. There's people who need it. So who are you to hold back your gifts, to hold back your products, to hold back your services because of some insecurity you may have? What you're doing, your business it's above you. It's above you. There are so many people out there that needs what you have, that needs what you offer. Don't allow your insecurities or fear to get in the way of that. If it's anything you take from this video, remember there are people attached to you. There's people attached to your calling. There's people assigned to whatever product or service you offer. There's people assigned to you. And you got to get up and show up so you can reach those people, so you can give them the help that they need. So always remember, at the core of it, like, yes, we want to show up confident for ourselves, but like when we step outside of ourselves and look at the bigger picture, you'll start to see all these things that get in our heads, all these thoughts and feelings that we feel when it comes to showing up on camera isn't irrelevant because of who we're called to serve, who we're called to impact, who we're called to build community with. If there's anything you take from this video, right? Step outside of yourself. I think that's really how you're going to show up confidently on camera, is when you step outside of yourself. Because sometimes we're so caught up in our head, we're so caught up in ourselves that we don't really see the bigger picture, and we kind of lose sight of that. We lose sight of the vision because we're so caught up in our thoughts. But if you would just take a moment to step outside of yourself and to just think about why you're doing this business, why you're showing up, I promise you'll show up differently. Let me know in the comments which mindset shift that you're going to adapt and incorporate into your life. And let me know some other mindset shifts that you've been incorporating to help you show more confidently on camera. That's all I got for you guys today. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Bye.